So here's a question for everyone listening. If you're spending thousands on paid ads every month, do you actually know what happens after someone clicks? Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're talking about something most contractors are completely blind to: the gap between clicking your ad and actually calling you.
Yeah, and it's a massive gap. I mean, homeowners see your roofing or kitchen remodel ad, they click through, and then here's the kicker. The vast majority of them immediately start researching. They're heading to Google, ChatGPT, YouTube, wherever, to verify what you just told them.
Right, so you paid for that click, but then they vanish into research mode. What are they finding when they search your company name?
Often, nothing. Or worse, they find a competitor instead. That's where the money gets wasted. Your paid ad agency can't measure this phase because attribution tools don't track it. It's invisible.
Mm hmm. I see what you mean. So the whole funnel just has this black hole in the middle.
Exactly. You get the click, then silence. Meanwhile, the homeowner is out there comparing options, reading reviews, asking AI tools for recommendations. If your brand isn't showing up with helpful content, that lead you paid for? Gone.
And I think a lot of contractors are stuck in this pandemic era playbook, right? Back then, paid ads worked differently.
Definitely. During the pandemic, there was a significant increase in online activity and demand for home improvement projects, with many homeowners undertaking DIY renovations. However, the market also presented operational challenges for contractors, including material delays and labor shortages. Fast forward to today, competent contractors and businesses have adopted similar marketing approaches. What used to be an edge is now just the baseline.
So the market caught up, but the industry mindset hasn't. Why do you think contractors keep doubling down on paid ads when the returns are getting thinner?
It's status quo bias. People stick with what's familiar even when evidence shows it's underperforming. Coaching programs and ad agencies keep reinforcing the same playbook. It feels measurable, immediate. When campaigns struggle, they blame execution instead of questioning the overall strategy.
Makes sense. But here's where it gets fascinating. AI search is changing everything. How do contractors even get their brand recommended by tools like ChatGPT or Google AI?
The answer's simpler than most expect. AI systems synthesize answers from published web content. When your brand appears with clear, factual information across credible sources in multiple formats, you become part of their recommendations. You don't need technical tricks. You need the best answers to the questions homeowners are actually asking.
That point about best answers to homeowner questions sets up our next piece: the practical system for getting cited. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by Axis AI. We build AI solutions specifically for home improvement contractors, helping you capture leads you're already paying for, reactivate dead leads through AI texting, manage reviews automatically, and get visible in AI search tools like ChatGPT. Everything's done for you with a performance-based model and zero upfront cost. Learn more at www.axisai.us.
Picking up on best answers to homeowner questions, how do you actually structure content so AI tools cite you?
There's a four-step system. Find the topics people research, create the best answer, produce it in every format, and post it everywhere. Let me break that down. First, identify predictable questions homeowners ask before committing, like cost breakdowns, timelines, material comparisons.
So you're targeting purchase stage questions, not just browsing traffic.
Right, then you create the clearest, most direct answer online. Address the main point early, use straightforward language, avoid promotional fluff. AI systems and homeowners both prefer factual, no-nonsense responses.
And then you repurpose that answer into different formats?
Exactly. Turn one strong piece into articles, short videos, social posts, infographics, podcasts, whatever reaches different parts of your audience. A single format only captures a slice of potential visibility. I actually worked with a roofer last year who was convinced video was a waste of time until we turned his best blog post into a 2-minute clip that brought in 3 solid leads in the first week.
That's a quick turnaround. Where does all this content actually live?
You distribute it everywhere. news sites, video platforms, social channels. AI systems favor information that appears consistently across multiple trusted sources. Most contractors lack the domain authority to rank quickly, so publishing on established networks gives you immediate reach while your own site builds momentum over time.
Right, makes sense. There are 5 signals driving AI citations, right? Can you walk us through those?
Sure. First, domain authority. AI prefers well-known sites, so third-party platforms can help smaller brands establish credibility and reach. Second, clear direct answers with simple, declarative sentences. Third, freshness. Recent content tends to get favored, especially for topics that change. Fourth, social and encyclopedia resources like Wikipedia or Reddit are frequently cited by AI for foundational knowledge in authentic user discussions, though their role for specific business citations is nuanced. Fifth, a higher traffic threshold generally correlates with more citations, particularly for sites with significant monthly visitors.
So, to everyone listening who's been focused solely on ROAS, return on ad spend, what should they know about ROCS?
ROCS is return on content spend. Paid ads can deliver varying returns, with some channels or industries seeing returns in the 1 to 3 times range. However, a commonly cited benchmark for a good return on ad spend is often 4.1, meaning $4 in revenue for every dollar spent, and many platforms and industries can achieve higher returns. It's important to note that ROAS measures gross revenue and doesn't account for profit margins or other operational costs. Content, when done right, can deliver 5 to 50 times return or more over time because it compounds. Material you published 6 months ago keeps generating visibility without ongoing cost.
And here's something important: strong organic content actually improves your paid ad performance, doesn't it?
Absolutely. When homeowners research after clicking your ad and find helpful information about your services, conversion rates rise significantly. The two strategies support each other. Your paid spend becomes more effective when you've got that organic foundation. So it's not just about choosing one or the other, it's about making them work together.
You know, I think the daily practice here is pretty straightforward. What does consistency look like?
Write, publish, distribute. That's it. Over time, you build a library answering the questions your ideal customers actually ask. Organic traffic grows, AI systems begin citing your brand, results compound. It's not glamorous, but it produces reliable returns and gives you more control.
Have you ever wondered how much revenue contractors are actually leaving on the table with old leads?
Yeah, home improvement contractors often lose significant potential revenue from unaddressed leads, with some estimates suggesting losses of around $90,000 in monthly revenue due to issues like missed calls and slow follow-up. Implementing effective lead management and content strategies can help recover these missed opportunities and bring leads back into the pipeline.
That's the gap most agencies ignore: the leads you already invested in.
Exactly. Contractors assume they need more leads when the real problem is lack of follow-up and lack of content to support the research process. Fix those two things, and suddenly you're converting what you've already paid for. In other words, you're turning spent dollars into actual sales instead of just hope.
So, if someone's listening right now and thinking, I don't have time for all this content creation, what would you tell them?
You don't need a big team or constant effort. You need consistency and patience. The results appear gradually, but they compound. Content from a year ago keeps delivering steady visibility. That's the advantage. You're building an asset, not renting attention. And honestly, if you can't find 15 minutes a week to write one good answer to a homeowner question, you might want to rethink your priorities, or at least your coffee budget.
Fair point. And when you own that asset, you've got an audience you can reach directly without paying per click every single time.
Right. Plus, AI search visibility is up to 30 times harder to achieve than traditional local search, according to recent data. But contractors who prepare now will dominate before their competitors even understand what happened.
That's a structural advantage if I've ever heard one. When an entire industry clings to a method with inconsistent results, those who shift early gain a real edge.
Definitely. And the path forward is clear. Identify the questions homeowners research, provide the best answers, create them in multiple formats, Distribute widely. Done consistently, the results follow, including stronger performance from your existing paid campaigns.
Well, this has been eye-opening. Thanks for breaking down why ROCS matters just as much as ROAS, and how contractors can finally stop wasting money on that invisible research gap.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.